Arts Club, we're going to be meeting this year on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we're going to be meeting from 3:45 to 4:45 p.m. That is an hour-long rehearsal. Our starting date is Monday, November 3rd, 2025, and students will be dismissed at 4:45 and can be picked up in the back of the building. Okay? It's going to be similar to parent pickup and we dismiss normally. Parents should remain in their car and drive around to pick up students. Since it's only third and fourth grade this year, dismissal should not be as insane as it was last year. So we should be pretty good. To be in this club, transportation is not provided. Students must have a ride home. Okay. So we got to make sure that they're getting home. When students are dismissed from their class, they will walk to the music room. Okay. When they arrive in my classroom, students are expected to neatly place their belongings in the back of the room and take a seat quietly on the carpet. Okay. Be courteous, kind of respectful to the staff and peers during rehearsal. We usually do have an adult in the room with them, and they will take attendance. Okay. They sign in. And students should be prepared to start at 3:45 p.m. So that means, if they're having a snack or if they're going to the bathroom, they got to do that before and be ready to go at 3:45. I come in at 3:45 on the dot. Okay. Attendance counts. Okay. We are taking attendance. It really, really matters that you're at every single rehearsal. Okay. We don't want to have to reteach everything. It's imperative that you are at every rehearsal. And if you can't make a rehearsal, you need to let myself or Mrs. Greer know. You can do that via email or through Class Dojo, which we will create a dojo once we get going. There are many things that are being taught and learned during each rehearsal. It is imperative that students do not miss any rehearsals. We already said that. Okay. Pretty much said all of this. The contact information is located at the end of this presentation. Okay. Um, Excessive absences could lead to students being removed from a particular part of the show. Because again, we don't want to have to reteach. All right. What does students need to bring or wear? So we recommend that they bring water bottles to this, okay? Because there is a drinking fountain outside of my classroom, but it doesn't work that well. And on top of that, we don't want students coming in and out all the time. So bring a water bottle. Also, I give the students sheet music and lyrics. So make sure that they have a folder for it so that they're not just, that it's not just running loose in their backpack. Okay. Again, recommended but not required. No flip-flops. We're not gonna, wear comfortable shoes that you can move in. Okay, make sure you're wearing comfortable clothes, and once the heat starts going, they're gonna want a t-shirt because it gets hot in here. Okay, so make sure they're wearing comfortable clothing. No flip-flops. Don't want any toes getting stepped on. All right. Now, a common misconception with this group is that everyone's required to audition. That is not the case. Auditions are not required, okay? But if they want to have a solo in a song or if they want to sing a song by themselves, then they do have to audition, okay? Um, they should come prepared with music, okay? So if they're going to sing a song that has like a backup track, make sure they have the YouTube or Spotify link ready to go, okay? And if they're being considered, um, they will be asked to sing in front of their peers as part of the audition process. Okay. Um, I also during the show have students kind of introduce the songs as well. So I will have the students read a little bit during the auditions just to hear how they present themselves. Okay. As I said, they're encouraged to audition for any role or part they're interested in, but it is not a requirement to be in this. All right. So we get to performance dress attire. Okay. Um, so blue jeans, Triple Arts t-shirt, okay? Closed-toed shoe, okay? And girls' hair should be pulled back neatly off the face. Bun or ponytail is okay. All right, here's no. We're gonna say no sandals, no flip-flops, uh, no house shoes like slippers and stuff, and no holes in jeans. Okay. We want them looking nice. We kind of do want them looking uniform, okay? That's the biggest thing for the show. So here's the important dates to remember, okay? So we've done this every year where the week of the students get about two kind of like, I don't want to say they're practice performances, but they're performances that they do for their peers, okay? So December 15th is the peer performance, 9:15 to 10 a.m. They're going to be probably doing kindergarten, young fives, and first grade, maybe second grade, depending on how much we can fit in there. I always like to start with the little ones to, make it easy on the students so they kind of ease their way in because December 16th is when they perform it for uh second, third, and fourth graders. So it's gonna be, they always get a little more nervous performing for their classmates and stuff. So that's why I always have 15th, the little ones, and then the 16th, their classmates. 17th is the parent performance, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Doors will open at 4:45. Triple Arts celebration, because we're coming so close to winter break, it's going to be to be determined because I know there's a lot of people who are going to be vacationing and stuff. So we may end up doing it when we come back. But we will let you know. That's why we put TBD. Keep this up for just a minute so you can, if you need to jot down notes or whatever you need. Here's our contact information. Okay. If you need to contact us, feel free to contact us by phone or email. We will be creating a classroom dojo, just like any other class or club does, okay, to communicate with parents. Please, 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 please let us know if you are not receiving any of the messages. Okay, because we always have, not only will we have important dates and information on there, we also will be posting solos and who's singing in small groups and stuff. So it's really, really important that